So Terence Crawford weighs in on his thoughts of Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis. He said Jake Paul's just too big. And I know what you guys are thinking. Some of you are going to say, yeah, but didn't they say that for him versus Canelo? But this is kind of different because Jake Paul's a heavyweight. What was he, around 230 for Mike Tyson? And Gervonta Davis around 130-ish, 140-ish. So that's like almost 100-pound difference. So that's a whole different ball game. And Terence Crawford said he's seen Jake Paul's right hand up close and personal. He said he can punch. He said he's not slow either. So he said if he cracks Tank Davis with one shot, it's sleep time. So I saw Timothy Bradley going off about the Jake Paul thing, and he made some great points. He was saying, there's some funny business going on with that. You saw it in the press conference. Tank was alleging something that I forget the dude's name in the Jake Paul camp, but Tank was alleging something, and we couldn't really tell what he was talking about. I think Jake Paul, most of his fights are scripted. I know the Tyson fight was crazy. It looked scripted. You could see Mike pulling his punches the day before. He slaps Jake Paul lightning fast, steps back. The night of the fight, he looks like something's wrong with his legs, and he's not punching, so something was up with that. He almost even looked drugged that night, Mike Tyson. But anyway, I think Jake Paul's fights are scripted, and Tank Davis might have been alluding to that. But like Timothy Bradley was saying, for you to be fighting a guy so much lighter than you and you got to wear 12-ounce gloves and it's an exhibition, Jake Paul acts like he wants to be taken seriously as a professional fighter, but you keep having these exhibitions and these weird fights, and the weight max for this fight can be 195. And I know if Tank ain't going to come in 160 or 180, or he's going to be a totally different fighter. But, I think Bradley was saying that he feels if Tank gets cracked with one good shot, if Jake Paul goes off script, he believes Tank Davis is going to say, okay, that's it, I'm going to let you have it. Tank can hurt Jake Paul because Tank has some serious power. I saw him hit that punch meter. Don't know how accurate they are. I've heard they aren't very accurate. But whatever it is, he measured like a 900 on it. I've seen like AJ and them get like 700. So if he lands clean on Jake will get hurt. I saw Timothy Bradley too talking about Jake Paul he doesn't respect him as a fighter. He's saying he moves back with his hands down and this and that. But Terence Crawford and Bradley both shared the ring together. They've sparred. Terence Crawford really impressed Bradley when they sparred, but they disagree on this one. And I think in this case, I don't even know if size matters because it's going to be the outcome's already predetermined. And I was going to go to the fight. I heard it was in Atlanta. I even saw a commercial, but then the article on Seconds Out, shout out to them, they said Miami. So I don't know. Has the fight been moved to Miami? If it's been moved to Miami, I guess I won't be going. But if it's here in Atlanta, I might just go check it out and see what Jake and Tank have up close and personal, even if I'm in the nosebleeds. But Terence Crawford thinks Jake is a pretty sound dude, and he thinks he's too big for Mr. Gervonta Davis, according to the interview that was done by Seconds Out. Shout out to them. Oh, yeah, they did an article about me way back when I interviewed Mike Tyson's sparring partner that was getting him prepared for Jake Paul and Roy Jones, Mr. Jet Blackwell. Shout out to Jet Blackwell out of California. So, that's all I got to say about that. LSR forever. Make sure you hit that Cash App up. Hit up the number 2 channel in WJ. Instagram, the J. Roos Theory. LSR forever. And be fearless. Yeah.